up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, coach of the Milwaukee Medichams, and welcome everybody to week 7 of the PPL, where this week we're going to be going up against none other than Lynn's coach of the Floroma City Ferrets. Here are the teams. So yes, we are going up against Mega Floette. We're going up against, honestly, a really scary team. Crocodile, obviously, with Intimidate, or Moxie, honestly. Annihilate, Bespathra. Thankfully, Annihilate has been severely nerfed because of the fact that Rage Fist resets upon switch, and also on top of the fact that Final Gambit, he no longer has access to Final Gambit. But Mega Kangaskhan in the regular form is what I'm scared of, with Scrappy Fake Out, which is very annoying for Sableye. I'm fully expecting that to show up here. And yeah, it's a very scary team overall. However, we've got some fun sets that we're bringing this week. So as far as I know, I'm pretty sure we are locked into playoffs because the lowest placement I can get, I'm pretty sure, is 6th. However, we do still want to try to get up as high in the rankings as possible, so we're going to be trying to win as many games as possible. However, we've also got some side objectives as well. We are hoping that Steelix can get number 1 Steel type in our division. That is what I am hoping for, because we are guaranteed above Mega Metagross at this point, which is insane. However, I'm not satisfied with that. I want Steelix to get up there in the top 3. That's my goal with that. We've also got Okrini that's going to be hitting the field game 2. We've got some coaching strats that are going to be very fun. I'm very excited about it. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the battle. Alright, so as you can see here, we got a pretty fun team, which I'm very excited about. And we are also on stream currently, so I'm hoping to put on a good show. And yeah, good luck up on the Lens. Let's freaking do this. Alrighty, here we go. We are going to see Crook, Floette, Malamar, Milotic, Rotom Heat, and a Spathra. Okay, this is not exactly the team I was expecting, but I'm okay with this. I just realized no fake out pressure is insane. Wow, okay, I'm very happy with this then. We've got my friend Malamar, which is always a nice addition. We love to see that. So I'm just immediately going to lead Mega Starmie and Passimian. That's just always a play I make. I actually kind of like Dragonite here. I think Dragonite could be a solid Revenger, which I kind of am a fan of. I think Steelix definitely has to come. After all, I need to farm my KOs. I don't want to reveal Alcremie yet. That's definitely not something I want to do here. So I think what I might do I bring Dragonite here? No, I'm going to bring Sableye. I'm going to stick with my gut and bring Sableye here in the back. I really like this. Good luck up with my opponent as always. Let's freaking do this. Alrighty, the other nice thing about Passimian being Scarf, the most likely Scarfers are either going to be Rotom Heat or it's going to be Crook. So either or, it'll tell me intel as to whether they're Scarf or not with my Passimian. So we're going to see a Spathra Floette, which is actually a very interesting lead-off rip. So I find that very intriguing. I think all I need to do here, I just need to Mega Protect, and I'm going to fire off a Coaching into the Starmie slot. Yep, I like this play a lot. It'll also burn off a Protect from them as well, which I'm a big fan of, so I'm very okay with this. The Spathra is not Frisk, that's really good to know. I'm assuming it's probably Speed Boost, maybe it's Opportunist. That would be really interesting if it was Opportunist, actually. We're going to go ahead and fire off our Mega, which is very nice. It'd be crazy if they were Scarf Spathra. If they were Scarf Spathra, really well played, but I don't think they are. We're going to go ahead and see the Floette. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm also hoping that Lens predicts me clicking Explosion here. That's kind of what I'm really hoping for. So hopefully she might go for just the Protects. That'd be pretty awesome. We're gonna see the Fairy Aura. That's fine. I'm okay with that. We are gonna see we Protect first, so that's always really nice. We are going to see from them, yep, they Protect Mega Floette. I'm very happy with this exchange. And we are going to see we actually go for the Coaching first into the Starmie, so I'm very happy with this. And then from the Espathra, we are going to go ahead and see a Lumina Crash into the Passimian. We reveal that we're Scarf. We also outspeed, which is crazy. I'm a very big fan of that. Our Spadef partially drops, but then we get an Attack Raise, which is really cool. So we get a Speed Boost from them. I think they're going to target down the Passimian. I'm going to go ahead and Liquidation into the Mega Floette, and I'm going to switch out into Sableye. I think this is a very free play. I'm going to go ahead and make it. They're probably going to switch out into maybe the Milotic, but I think Liquidation is still really solid into the Milotic regardless. We're going to go ahead and switch out into Sableye wants a kill. Sableye wants to pick up a kill, baby. Lumina Crash into the Thankfully that doesn't trigger. We're going to Liquidate into the Mega Floette. This will do a lot of damage. It doesn't quite kill, but that's fine. We're going to see a Moonblast into the Mega Starmie. That might, I don't think that's going to kill. Yeah, that doesn't kill. Beautiful. All right, Speed Boost from them. That is fine by me. I think here, what I really want to do, that is absolutely max bulk. Shadow Sneak should always kill. I'm going to click Protect here with Mega Starmie, and I'm going to go for Shadow Sneak into the Floette. Yep, I really like this play. I'm going to go for it. We're going to go for the Protect with the Mega Starmie. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. In here, we're going to see Protect from the Floette. That's fine as well. We are okay with that. We reveal the Shadow Sneak that we have that tech. Mega Floette protects. That's fine. We're going to see a Shadow Ball into the Mega Starmie slot. That is okay as well. Now here is where things get a little bit interesting. A Sucker Plus Aqua Jet into the Espathra is really solid. The only problem is I'm worried about a Dazzling Gleam. So I think here, do I want to switch out? I don't know. I think here I might go ahead and swap. I'm going to do this play, and then I'm going to go for Shadow Sneak into the Mega Floette. We should be able to kill this Mega Floette with our EVs, I'm pretty sure. It would have to be like literally bold in order to not kill. We're gonna go for Shadow Sneak, bada bing, bada boom. Hopefully this kills. It is going to drop. Beautiful. Sableye gets a kill. One of the side objectives has been completed. We reveal that we're Life Orb because we're insane. Beautiful. Love this. We're gonna see a Shadow Ball into the Bassimian. That's absolutely fine. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, that is fine by me. All right, beautiful. No, Ash. Don't hang out with the Bassimian, no, please, don't do it. So this could very easily be Crook or the Rotom in the back. I think here I'm kind of tempted to go into this thing. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna see Easy Bake Oven, beautiful, I'm okay with that. We're gonna switch into Highlands, hello, tis I. And here I'm just gonna click Protect, and I'm going to go for a Sucker Punch into the Espathra. Sableye doing the dadgum thing it needs to do. We're gonna go for Protect with the Mega Starmie, that is very nice. We're gonna see Sucker Punch into the Espathra, and it's going to live on 1. I'm assuming that's Sash. Beautiful. Okay. Very good to know. Unfortunately, we're not going to get any intel as to whether Rotom is Scarf or not. I'm assuming it's probably not. We're going to see a Shadow Ball into the Sableye. That's not going to kill. Beautiful. I'm okay with that. And we're going to see a Thunderbolt into the Mega Starmie. That is fine. I think here I'm actually going to swap into Steelix, predicting the Scarf. I actually really like this play. I like it a lot. And then I'm going to go for just a Shadow Sneak into the Espathra. I really like this play. I think it makes the most sense. We're going to go for it. Sableye already doing... I'm actually kind of shocked the Life Orb actually mattered a lot there. I'm a huge fan of how that turned out. We're gonna go to Let Me Farm KOs, the Steelix, bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna see Protect from the Espathra, that's fine. They might be targeting down the Sableye, actually, with the Rotom, which would make a lot of sense. Gaga, ooh la la, what's your bad romance? Who doesn't love Lady Gaga? If you don't love Lady Gaga, I'm not gonna say you deserve to die, but I am gonna say that I question your judgment. I am very happy with how this is going so far. They might go ahead and try to swap out Rotom, but I'm willing to bet if they swap out Rotom, then it's most certainly Scarf. If they stay in and go for Overheat, we're gonna see that they swap out the Espathra, actually, which is very interesting. We're gonna see Stringless the Peckish. That's going to be Milotic. Okay. We're gonna Shadow Sneak into the Milotic slot. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. That actually does a decent chunk of damage. I'm actually kind of shocked by that. I'm okay with this. We're gonna see that they go for Thunderbolt into the Sableye slot. That's fine. I'm okay with this. Nom Nom is going to go down. Unfortunate. Rest in peace. And we're gonna go for Rock Blast into the Rotom. Beautiful. 3, 4, and 5. Wondermus! I am very okay with all of this going down. I'm a big fan. So now we're gonna go into Linz. Hi Linz, tis I. Hello. I think here I'm going to go for Rock Blast into the Milotic, and then I think I'm just gonna Aqua Jet into the Rotom. I really like this play. We're gonna reveal that we have Aqua Jet, but that's fine. Aqua Jet, bada bing, bada boom. I'm willing to bet that this Rotom is Scarf. The way that she's been playing it, I think this Rotom is the Scarfer, so that's very good to know. I don't want to lock that in yet, but I do feel very confident in that. We're gonna see a Scald into the Steelix. That's gonna not be fun, but that's okay. Thankfully, Steelix lives. We love to see that. We're gonna go for Rock Blast again, too. Unfortunately, we only get the 2, but that's fine. Gaga, la la, was your bad romance? So here's where things get a little bit interesting. I think here, Psycho Cut's not going to kill, unfortunately, so I think I go for Protect. I will Aqua Jet into the Espathra, though. We're gonna see, yep, they protect the Espathra, that's fine. I should have gone for Psycho Cut into the Milotic, that was very obvious, but this is just the play that I had to make. We're gonna go for the Protect here, bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna see, we go for the Aqua Jet, we're going to hit into the Espathra, that's fine. Let's see what they go for here. It's gonna be Scald into the Steelix, that's okay. Speed Boost with the Espathra. I'm gonna go for the double. I think the double is my best opportunity to win this game. I think if I land the double, I think there's a good chance I just straight up win. Of course, the Espathra could also land the double, but hopefully Steelix will be able to clutch up. We're gonna go for, they go for the double. Fair enough. They fail the double. We go for and we land the double. I'm so sorry, Linz. I am really sorry. That really sucks. I am so sorry. Bada bing, bada boom. We are going to kill the Espathra. That is great for me. And this is going to be Scald into the Steelix slot. Yep, that makes sense. Okay. I think here I'm going to let Steelix drop now, unfortunately, and then we're going to go for Psycho Cut into the Milotic. This should be game 1. Psycho Cut, bada bing, bada boom. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. We're going to see a Scald into the Steelix slot. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with this. That is fine. As unfortunate as it is, Steelix is not going to be able to pick up any kills. But now, next time, we are definitely going to go for that. I'm so excited to reveal the Rock Polish tech. I'm so insanely stoked, you guys have no idea. We're going to go for the Psycho Cut here. Bada bing, bada boom. Milotic drops. Absolutely wonderful. Beautiful game 1 victory for us. We love to see it, baby. All right, game 1 goes to us. Okay. Sableye, I'm actually shocked that Sableye did the things. I'm actually kind of shocked about that. I'm very happy, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I find that very interesting. So, this could be Crook in the back. This is gonna be very hard for Steelix to set up kills, unfortunately. But regardless, I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. I'm pretty sure if I lead this and this, it'll come up for Lynn's Let Me Farm KOs, please. So that's going to be what we do here. We're gonna bring Mega Starmie in the back, and then I'm very tempted to actually bring Dragonite here. I think Dragonite could be a very solid bring. I do like it a lot. Most of these mons are physically bulky, so that's really good to know. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in my lead. Here goes nothing. Yes, this is a little bit for the lulz, but I don't care. I want Steelix to do the funny. I want Steelix to do the funny, and I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure Steelix does the funny. All right, here we go. We're gonna see that it is going to be Lynn's once again. We're gonna see from them, it is going to be Espathra and Malamar. My friend Malamar! I love my friend Malamar. Please, and let me farm KOs. Beautiful. All right, that's how I wanted it to look. So I actually kind of want to just decorate. Do I want to decorate here? Yeah, I'm going to decorate Steelix, and then I'm going to go for... No, you know what? I'm going to Aromatic Mist. I'm going to decorate Steelix, and I'm going to Protect. I think this makes the most sense. Yeah, I'm going to protect the Steelix. I like this play. Let's go. Because also, I think we should outspeed Milotic. We are going to see that we protect the Steelix. Hopefully, they target down the Steelix with one of the Mons. We're going to see Lumina Crash into the Steelix. Okay, they were trying to break Sturdy. That's fine. We're going to go for Decorate. We also outspeed Malamar, which is very good to know. We raised attack and special attack with Steelix. Bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna see a poison jab into the Alcremie. That does nothing. I am so sorry. All right, this is absolutely fine by me. We're gonna reveal the lefties, and now here's where things get really fun. We're gonna reveal Aromatic Mist and Rock Polish. Let's have some fun. Oh my god, this is gonna be so wonderful. I'm such a huge fan of this. Please, Linz, I want to do the funny. Let me do the funny, please. All right, we're gonna see Lumina Crash into the Steelix once again. Bada bing, bada boom. That does nothing. We love that for us. It's not very effective. Our Spadef partially falls, but that's okay. We're gonna set up an Aromatic Mist to help out with that Spadef drop. Yep, there we go. And we are going to go ahead and see a Topsy-Turvy. No! Why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me? How dare you? Okay, we're gonna set up a Rock Polish. Well, now I'm at +1 Spadef, so what do you want from me? Man, I'm sad. I'm sad now. We're gonna go for Decorate into the slot, and I think I'm just gonna go for... The Heavy Slime's not gonna do that much, is the only problem. I think I'm just gonna click Decorate onto the Steelix, and then I'm going to click Protect. I like this play. This actually puts us at +1, so this is still okay. I'm kind of okay with this. Alright, we're gonna see Energy Ball into the Steelix. That is fine. We are okay with this. We are going to go for Decorate into the Steelix, re-raise those stats. Love that for us. And we're gonna see Superpower into the Steelix. Yep, that's fine. We're okay with this. Alright, we're gonna see lefties. So I think here I'm actually going to double into the Malamar slot because I want to make sure that they can't Topsy-Turvy me back. I'm going to hope that a Dazzling Gleam plus Heavy Slam is going to kill from this range. We're going to go for it. Alcremie might be able to pick up a kill, which if Alcremie picks up a kill, that'll be pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie. This is such a funny game. Man, Topsy-Turvy. Why did you have to bring Topsy-Turvy into me, man? What the heck? Linz, why won't you let me have fun? I want to have fun, Linz. Why won't you let me have fun? Lumina Crash into the Alcremie. We tank that like a beast because we're insane. Our Spadef is going to harshly fall, but that is okay. We fire off a Heavy Slam into this Malamar. My friend Malamar is not going to enjoy this hit. Beautiful. It's a very bulky Malamar, granted, but we are going to fire off a Dazzling Gleam. This is going to be Roselli Berry Malamar. Okay, so we fire off the Dazzling Gleam. Bada bing, bada boom. Unfortunately, Linz might have this because of Malamar doing Topsy-Turvy stuff. Let's see if they Topsy-Turvy again. We're going to see Superpower. Okay, that's fine. Superpower into the Steelix slot. That does actually nothing, which is so funny. Okay, but now we're going to see a Lumina Crash into the Alcremie slot, which is a bit unfortunate, but I think I can work with that. They could be going for Energy Ball here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Protect. I like clicking the Protect button, and then I'm just going to go for... I could go for Rock Blast. I could also Heavy Slam. I could do a few things here. I could also just Heavy Slam the Espathra, and I think I'm going to do that. We're going to go for Protect with the Alcremie. Beautiful. All right, we're going to go with the Malamar Protects. Okay, I got this play right then. That's really good for me. This is going to be Lumina Crash into the Alcremie. Beautiful. So Steelix is hopefully going to pick up a kill here with this Heavy Slam. Bada bing, bada boom. Badooshkis! Not quite. That's okay. We're at least getting some more lefties recovery, which is always nice. Gaga, hoo la la. As much as I don't want to, I think I kind of need to go into Dragonite here. I don't want to do this play, but I think this is the best option for me. And then I'm going to click Heavy Slam. Actually, I could just protect the Steelix. Do I protect the Steelix? Yeah, I'm going to protect the Steelix. All right, please come back. We're going to go into just a guy. You don't want to hurt this guy, do ya? Surely not. We go for protect on the Steelix. Bada bing, bada boom. This is such an insane game. My God. Lumina Crash into the Dragonite. That is fine. I'm okay with this. Our Spadef is going to harshly drop, but you know what? It is what it is. We're going to see a Superpower into the Steelix. That is fine by me. Speed Boost with the Espathra. I'm okay with this. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click Extreme Speed. I kind of am tempted to click Rock Polish again, but I think I would rather want this Malamar dead. We're going to see Gaga Ulala go for Protect. That's fine. Well, we're going to reveal that we have Extreme Speed, but yeah, we have all the priority for you, unfortunately. We go for the Heavy Slam into the Malamar. It's going to do a decent chunk of damage. Badooshkis. Actually, okay. That's actually very interesting. We're going to see a Superpower into the Steelix. That's fine. Whew! Steelix holding on by a thread as always. Love that for us. I'm clicking Extreme Speed again, and then I'm going to click Protect. That's just the best play I've got. I could also go into the... I could have clicked Tailwind here, honestly. I kind of wish I did now, but that's besides the point. We're going to see the Malamar goes for Protect. That's fine. I'm okay with that. We're going to go for Extreme Speed into the Espathra. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. Espathra drops. Man, that top 8 Turbo play was so good. I'm so sad. I'm so sad that that didn't work out for me. At least Dragonite picks up a kill now, though. So Dragonite also has a kill on the board, so we're actually doing pretty good. We're going to see Stringless the Peckish, the Milotic hit the field. Okay. No! All right, while I'm trying to connect, we're going to see that the Milotic's on the screen, so I might... what do I want to do here? Okay, so we're back. I have no idea what just happened, but I think here, wasn't exactly what I wanted. Whatever happened just happened. I'm not too sure. I too kind of like actually going into Alcremie here. Alcremie outsped, so I'm going to go into Alcremie. Yeah, I'm going to do this. This is fine. I think here what I'm going to do, I'm going to click Tailwind. I like this play, and then I'm going to click Dazzling Gleam. I also like this play. All right, we're going to see that they swap out Malamar. Okay, that's fine. We're going to see that they hit Dipsy, the Mega Floette, or well, no, currently not Mega Floette, but that's fine. We're going to go for Tailwind here, bada bing, bada boom. All right, we're going to fire off our Dazzling Gleam into the slot just for some decent damage here. We're going to see an Ice Beam into that slot. Yep, that's fine. Kind of expected. It's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think here, they're probably going to try to target down the Alcremie slots, although now I have Tailwind active, so I should be fine. The Milotic is a problem, but I can just do this. Malamar is severely weakened. We have Aqua Jet, which is really good. So actually, I'm in a really good situation right now. I'm going to Mega Protect. That's just always my play. And then I'm going to hit the Decorate button into the Starmie. Unfortunately, Steelix is not going to farm KOs here, but we might be able to clutch up the game too. I'm not too sure. That Tailwind was actually really massive for us. I won't lie. I'm a big fan of how that turn went, especially now that Espathra is dead, because yeah, Starmie might be able to just win it all. We're gonna fire off our Mega, bada bing, bada boom. I guess it depends partially if Alcremie can outspeed Mega Floette. It should be able to outspeed Milotic in the Tailwind. We will see. We're gonna see that they obviously click the Mega button too. Also good to know, Milotic can't really touch the, the Starmie, so that also puts us in a pretty decent situation. Fairy Aura is fine, bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna fire off our Protect. Hopefully Alcremie outspeeds. Come on, Alcremie, do what you do. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. Love that for us. We are now at +2 attack and special attack, which is insane. They Moonblast into the Starmie slot, which is fine by me. And we're going to see that they Haze. No! Why would you do that? Let me have fun. I want to have fun. All right, fine. I'm going to Liquidation here, and then I'm going to Dazzling Gleam, I think. I could actually Aromatic Mist. Do I Aromatic Mist here? I actually kind of like the Aromatic Mist play, because then... yeah, I like this play, actually. This is fine. Beautiful. We Liquidation into the Mega Floette. Bada bing, bada boom. Do a decent chunk of damage, which I'm a big fan of. And we're going to fire off an Aromatic Mist to raise our Spadef, which is very good right now. Beautiful. Bada bing, bada boom. We're going to fire off a Moonblast into the Starmie slot. We should be able to tank this. Beautiful. That worked out very well for us. We're going to see a Scald into the Starmie slot as well. We should be able to tank this too. This is a very wild game, I must admit. This was a nutty game. I'm just going to fire off an Aqua Jet into this Mega Floette slot, and then I think what I'm going to do here, I do kind of just like firing off a Dazzling Gleam or even an Aromatic Mist into the Starmie slots. I'll Dazzling Gleam here. I think Dazzling Gleam is pretty safe. We're going to see that they Protect. Yep, that's fine. The nice thing is this Fairy Aura is also going to hit the Milotic, so that's really good. We fire off an Aqua Jet here. Bada bing, bada boom. That's okay. We go for the Dazzling Gleam Gleam. Obviously, they protect here, but this will deal decent damage to the Milotic, which is nice. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. Love that for us. Yep, they go for Haze. They weaken down my thing. Ukraine is still gathering leftovers, which is so funny. Our Tailwind finally goes out. That is okay. We're gonna fire off an Aqua Jet into this slot. I guess let me double check and make sure that it kills, because that'd be really embarrassing if it didn't. Yeah, it should always kill. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go for Aromatic Mist into the Stormy as well. Beautiful. This is gonna be very interesting. I think a lot of it just depends on what moves the Milotic has. They could also bring in Malamar and let it drop instead, which could definitely happen. We're gonna go for Aqua Jet. Bada bing, bada boom. Mega Fluid is going to drop. Stormy at least is picking up kills. Critical hit did not matter there, so that is fine. We are okay with this exchange. I'm gonna go ahead and just fire off. We're gonna see a Scald, so they outspeed me. That's good to know. That is very good to know that they outspeed. That's a bit unfortunate. We're gonna go for an Aromatic Mist into the Stormy slot. Beautiful. We're gonna see the leftovers hit the trigger. That is good. Beautiful. All right, my friend Malamar is gonna hit the field. So now I think they have to go for Haze here. So I'm going to just Aqua Jet into the Malamar slot. And then I think what I do here, I'm assuming they're going for Haze. I'm gonna Aromatic Mist into the Stormy. Even if they protect Malamar, that should be fine. I believe, yeah, we should kill this Malamar, I imagine, surely. Surely an Aqua Jet kills. Okay, well, they go for Protect regardless. We could see Haze from the Milotic. If we do, that's fine. We're gonna see a Scald. Okay, we just see another Scald. That's fine. Beautiful. Decent damage, but that's okay. The burn is what's unfortunate here, I won't lie. Aromatic Mist into the Stormy, beautiful. I think I still just go for damage. I think I just go for damage into this Malamar, right? Surely. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to protect, and I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam now. That's what I'm going to do. Dazzling Gleam should kill this Malamar. I don't want it to have Sucker Punch, which I think it probably does, and also Alcremie outspeeds it anyway. This could definitely be Haze from the Milotic. I could definitely see that. This is going to be a Protect from the Stormy. Beautiful. Let's see. They might go for the double with the Malamar. They do. I'm so sorry, Linz. I'm really, really sorry. That does suck. We're gonna see a Haze from them. That is okay. And we are going to go ahead and fire off our Dazzling Gleam. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. Malamar drops. This should be, I believe, GG's at this point. Because I don't know if Milotic can 1v1 both Stormy and Alcremie at this point. It depends on if they have Recover. Which they definitely could. They definitely could have Recover here, but I'm going to hope that they don't. I'm going to Psycho Cut here. And I could crit too. I do have to remember that. I'm going to Psycho Cut Dazzling Gleam. Alcremie might be able to pick up a kill here, which would be really funny. 3 minutes until the battle ends. That's actually insane. Holy crap. I'm assuming that they don't have Recover. We're gonna go for Psycho Cut here. That does a lot of damage into that Milotic regardless. Even after the burn, they do have Recover. Okay. Unfortunate, but we're gonna fire off a Dazzling here. Bada bing, bada boom. It's gonna do a decent chunk of damage. Alright, I think this means we're going to game 3 then, since they have Recover. Unfortunate. Well, I guess in theory I could go to Timer. I could go to Timer, actually. That's so funny. I don't want to do that, though. Do I want to do that? No, I definitely don't want to do that. I'm so sorry. But you know what? Honestly, it could be useful here. I'm going to go for Protect. Linz, I'm so sorry. I need this. I need this. If Alcremie can win this game, that'd be so funny. We're gonna go for Protect here. Bada bing, bada boom. Please? Please let me win. Please. Please. Please, Linz, spare me a win. I beg of you, please spare me a win, Linz. I beg of you, please. Have mercy on me, please. I'm just a little boy. I actually have no idea what'll happen if we go to Timer. This is very interesting. We're gonna see a Scald here. Bada bing, bada boom. It's gonna do a decent chunk of damage into me. That's fine. I'm okay with that. We're gonna go for a Dazzling Gleam into this Milotic slot. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna recover our leftovers. I'm genuinely really curious to see what happens here. All right, we're gonna go for Protect here every single time. They could recover here. I guess maybe I should have not done this. I should have just gone for Dazzling Gleam, but it is what it is. We're gonna go for Protect. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm just trying to play fast at this point. We see Scald. Okay, we ended up getting the correct read, so that's fine. Please, please, I beg of you. 60, 59, 58. Oh god. I'm so curious to see how this goes. They might be clicking Recover here. That would be my guess, is they click Recover. Yep, we see Recover. Bada bing, bada boom. That's fine. I'm genuinely really curious to see how this plays out. I have no idea what to expect here. I think I'm just going to go for it again. I'm going to click it again. I'm hoping they Recover. That's what I want them to do here. All right, they're just going to keep clicking Recover. That's fine. Dude, I'm so curious. How is this going to go? How is this going to go, dude? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's see what happens. I guess the timer's still on my screen. This is unprecedented. I guess they're calculating who wins here. This is wild. The time is over. The battle is over. Oh, I'm so sorry, Linz. I think it's because I had a higher percentage at that point. I'm so sorry, Linz. That was one of the weirdest games I've ever had. GG's to Linz. I guess hopefully I put on a show. I'm so sorry it came down to that on the stream. That was probably really boring, but you know what? That's crazy. But I think this means we beat Linz. Words. So GG's to Linz. What the heck was that, dude? Oh, Creamy really came in clutch at the end game. I'm so glad that all my, besides from Vivillon, this really went crazy. I definitely had a lot of things go my way. Unfortunately, Steelix did not get to farm the KOs, so that was a mission fail, but you know what? We'll get him next time. Steelix might still rank number 1 on the in terms of the steel types on the kill leaderboard, and if it does, I'm going to feel accomplished with that. So regardless, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. I really hope you all enjoyed. Please be sure to check out Linz down in the description below. This was such a fun battle. And, yeah, with that being said, I apologize again. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this battle for some reason, and I'll see you soon in the next video.